everyone. The topic I want to cover today is cash out refinance. So, what is cash out refinance? I'm also gonna go over an example so things make more sense, and then in the end, I'm gonna talk about some pros and cons. So that just helps us make a right decision. So, what cash out refinance is basically you're replacing, your existing mortgage with a new, larger loan, and then you're taking out the difference between the new loan amount and the existing mortgage balance as cash, right? So the new loan that you're gonna have will have a larger balance because you're gonna be taking out some cash, and that's just gonna be added to your new loan balance. So let's take an example, so it makes more sense. So we are here in 2025. We like the properties. The value of our home is $600,000. The mortgage we're gonna get from lender A is $500,000. Basically, we are putting 100,000 as a down payment. It's a 30-year mortgage. Principal and interest is 3,326 on a monthly basis. So let's say 5 years from now, the outstanding mortgage balance is $470,000, approximately, based on the calculation from the amortization. Um, the equity, we didn't get much equity here, just 30,000 in equity in 5 years because we have a high interest rate. So majority of the payments that we're gonna make on a monthly basis, I'm gonna go towards paying the interest now, right? Um, so in 2030, right? Let's say the value, let's say the interest rate drops to 4%. So initially, in 2025, it was 7%. Now it drops to 4%. And as we know, when the interest rate drops, the value of your home gonna increase. So let's say the value of our home increased to 800,000. So now you think, hey, we have a nice equity built up. The interest rates are, down from 7 to 4%. Now is the great opportunity to do the refinance. So you reach out to lender B, and then just trying to inquire how much they're gonna lend. So most of the time, the lender will lend you 80% of your home value, right? So 80% of the home value here is $800,000. So the new loan that you're gonna get from the lender B will be $640,000, right? Now, so here's the summary. So what about the next steps in the process? So the lender B, you know, will pay lender A, our original lender, $470,000. So we don't owe anything to lender A, right? Now, lender B will pay you cash. So remember, the new loan is $640,000. The $470,000 gonna go to lender A, and the remaining $170,000 will come to you as cash during the closing. So that's how much cash you're gonna get out of this refinancing. So what happens next is you have a new loan. Remember, your balance increased from $470,000, your original balance that you paid for 5 years, and it's gonna go up to $640,000. The good part is, the interest rates went down from 7% to 4%. Um, Now, one thing to notice is when the interest rates were 7%, the principal and interest on a monthly basis was 3,326. With interest rate going down to 4%, the principal and interest will be even lesser. Now remember, 3,055 is the principal interest considering we are taking out $170,000 in cash out, right? So basically you're paying 4% on the $170,000 cash that you're withdrawing. Let's say you didn't took out any cash, you just refinanced the $470,000. In that situation, if no cash out, if you didn't took any cash out, your principal and interest would have been 2,244, right? So it's went down from 3,326 to 2,244. But because we took out some cash, the new principal and interest on our loan will be 3,055. Okay. Um, so let's talk about some pros and cons of cash out refinance. So some pros will be, first of all, as we saw earlier, your interest went down from 7% to 4%, right? That's going to reduce your principal plus interest. So that's one of the pros. Debt consolidation. So you can pay off, high interest debts. So let's say you have a credit card debt of $20,000, for example, and your credit card company is charging you 20%, right? That's what the majority of the credit card company charges you if you don't, make, monthly payments. That's the finance charge. And then let's say if you also have some personal loans, or maybe like a business loan, usually those loan charges in the range of 8 to 10%. Now it makes more sense to take out $170,000 at 4%, during the cash out refinance and pay off those larger interest loans, right? So you can consolidate other debts, and then it's just going to be more cheaper. Um, Also, you can use some cash that you're going to receive for renovation or repairs, and that could increase the value of your home. Also, you can switch loans, right? So if your payment fluctuates due to ARM or adjustable rate mortgage, so let's say your original loan was adjustable rate mortgage and your payment changes, now you can switch to the fixed monthly payment loan or 30-year fix, which will give you more stability. And also, you can eliminate PMI or private mortgage insurance. So, if your original loan, on your original loan, if you put down payment of let's say 5%, right? So you are paying private mortgage insurance. When you refinance, you will get rid of PMI because the lender is only lending you 80% of your home value, right? So you're gonna eliminate PMI. So that's one of the pros there. Now, along with the pros, there also comes some cons of cash out refinance. First of all, it's going to be increased debt, right? So in our example we saw earlier, your original loan was $470,000. You paid the loan for almost 5 years. Now, when you refinance, you're going to have a $640,000 loan, right? Because you also took out some cash. So you have an increased debt. So you're borrowing more against your home, right? You're increasing your mortgage balance basically, which might lead you to higher monthly payments. And also there's foreclosure risk. What about some cost and fees? Well, closing costs on cash out refi can range from anywhere from 2 to 5% of the loan amount, which may offset the kind of financial benefits of refinancing, right? So if the average fee, let's say you pay 4% of $640,000, like the cost and fees, it's going to be $25,000. So 25K will be taken out, from the cash that you're going to receive. And it's just going to reset the time. So refinancing a mortgage could restart your mortgage term if that's what you want. You also have an option to reduce your terms. But if you're taking cash out, if you want to reduce your principal and interest, then the most probably the loan term will be reset again to 30 years. And most of the time, people reset with another 30 years, which increases the time to pay down the mortgage and then the interest that they're going to pay. Because remember, when you refinance, you already paid your original loan for 5 years, right? Or 16 months. The time going to reset to again 30 years. So that's about it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more content. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and share your thoughts in the comment section below. And again, thanks for watching.